We have so much to discuss. My brain hasn't worked this hard since I last tried my hand at untangling my partner's tights from the dryer. So many theories going through my head right now. So many confirmations from rumours. But also, of course, so much to discuss. Resident Evil Village, the official 8th game in the series, was announced. And although many of us saw this coming, nothing I don't think could have prepared us for what we witnessed during the announcement trailer. I can tell you on a personal level that what I saw did nothing but impress, intrigue and excite me, even given the rumours, actually seeing what was being shown on screen. And that was a lot. Gave me that kick to make this particular video and discuss with you all some possible answers, as well as some further questions as to why Chris, for example, is now a stone cold soldier, or why the game centres around a fear virus, if you like, or what the fuck is going on here? Before I begin, this video is brought to you by potential spoilers, a sure way to ruin a gaming day. You have been warned. So let's get to it. Previously, Capcom important man Jun Takeuchi had been on record saying that the next game after RE7 would be taken in a very different direction, while still maintaining what the fans loved about the series. Now I think we can all agree he was telling the truth on this one. Now this information wasn't that long released after Resident Evil 7, and with the recent rumours all but pretty much confirmed, we can all deduce that Resident Evil Village has been in production for at least 3 to 4 years. This means that hopefully, one rumour which suggested that this title will be exceptionally chunky in length can be confirmed by the current development time. But back to the announcement trailer. We start with the text, "His story comes to a close." This could mean literally anyone at this point. However, the trailer will eventually lead one to suspect Ethan, perhaps even Chris himself. However, I feel the smart play would be to keep those cards close to your chest, as this could easily be part of a ploy to throw us off course. Then Mia breaks the silence.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
I suspect there may be more to this story, because if there isn't, it's an incredibly bleak bedtime story, isn't it? This could also, of course, be somewhat of a philosophical precursor for things to come, or perhaps things that have already happened. Now at this juncture, we can all start to cross-reference with what we're seeing with the many rumours that were circulating prior. Now it's been said that not only will we be exploring a village, but also caves, castles and forests as well. Now if these are to be believed, coupled with this piece of opening dialogue, perhaps we can theorise that the forest area could play more of an important, if not involved, role.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff?
Quit being so paranoid.
It's been said that Ethan and Mia are living a secluded life with their child, who has a terrible affliction or deformity due to the events in Resident Evil 7. Now it's worth noting that the game takes place around 3 years after the events in 7. This peaceful and lonely life is suddenly broken up with the appearance of Chris, who is said to execute the child before shooting Mia.
Sorry, Ethan. Why?
Ethan soon finds himself alone with Mia, who has her wounds bandaged up, presumably by Chris. However, Ethan is then abducted by shadows, as quoted in the recent rumours, where he then finds himself in the game's main title.
No! Friendly. Who are you? Who sent you?
This is undoubtedly the part of the game where, near the beginning, you ruin an innocent person's life by stumbling upon their property, grabbing their weapons and stash, before watching them die, as you make your escape in what could be a very exciting set piece. Now as to what's ruining your day here, after grabbing some screenshots, I'd be willing to bet my £5 English and say that this would be your teased introduction to the new Beastmen, a hybrid between man and wolf, or possibly something else entirely. Little is currently known about this new enemy type, but I think we can safely assume that they ain't slow. They pack a hell of a punch and will encourage you to invest in some new underwear. Well, some of us anyway. This is also a first real glimpse into the next level RE engine, and it all looks great. Capcom knows how great their wrinkly skin tech is. But seriously, just this simple living space alone looks great, and don't get me started on what's to come later on. My god. Throughout the trailer, we see a continuous image of a journey through snow and rock, which eventually ends with the overall look of the environment, the village, the castle, etc., followed by the title of the game, of course. Now, what intrigues me here is that, although common in a lot of games and movies, these particular shots often represent the perspective of something other than totally human. Now, since we're dealing with beastmen as well as other enemy types yet to be fully announced, it wouldn't hurt to assume that you just might become one of those beastmen yourself. That is a bit of a stretch, but is it? We also see a reoccurring image of something some of the developers teased was quite revealing to have in the announcement trailer. It's some kind of shrine or symbol that could represent the foundation for all the weird shit going on in the village. We also see some shots of the same concept scratched on tables, walls and floors. My guess would be that the object in the middle represents the new virus strain, and with further rumours supporting the occultism theme, and seeing it pretty plainly in this trailer, I wouldn't think the idea far off at all. A random statue that may not be so random, judging from this shot, could likely represent a puzzle coupled with the indentations you see here. If you pay attention, you can quite clearly see the images represent good and evil, a heroic soldier against the tyrannic devil. We have a good idea of our surrounding play area with the multiple shots taken from different locations around the village, as well as a few residents who make several appearances throughout the trailer. For me, it's too early to tell if any of these guys will be on your side. An interesting question could be, well, do the residents tolerate you at first? It would be an interesting departure from Resident Evil 4, which this game clearly gives a nod to. We also have our first look at this young woman, who if the rumours are to be believed is called Emily. Rumours have suggested Emily would be a playable character who was looking for her father, most likely this gentleman. Emily is said to have grown up in the village and ends up helping Ethan make sense of his surroundings. There's not much really available for this new particular character, but it's early days yet, of course. Now there's also a very quick image of, well, whatever this is. Whatever we're looking at clearly has the umbrella insignia smack dab in the middle there, surrounded by other lesser known insignias. I can at this point only speculate that perhaps 4 people, most likely of the dodgy variety, has access to each of those insignias, where combining them unlocks unprecedented levels of secrets, perhaps even chaos. Okay, then it really gets interesting. First of all, I already love this character. This could well indeed be the witch, where it was rumoured that she'd be an ever-present force on your adventure, and maybe nothing more than a hallucination. So whatever this character is, we can safely say there's a presence about her. The trailer doesn't even spend longer than a whole second on her though, which does definitely lead me to believe that she'll play an involved role in the game. Now as to these ladies, I'll be honest, I ain't got the faintest clue. Typical observations dictate that they may indeed reside within the castle area, judging from the lush surroundings, finer clothing and succulent imagery. There also appears to be multiple women in shrouds who at one point appear to be conjuring a swarm of bugs, probably meant for you throughout this portion of the game. But who is this woman? She's obviously the big boss lady there. And why are we only seeing women? That's not a political statement, that's a genuine intrigue. One rumour suggests Alex Wesker will play some role in the game, but then another source says that this woman is someone called Natalia. Now could these be the same person? Are they even linked to this character? Sources claim that this particular gentleman's name is Alan. That's a great name for a bad guy. I'm not assuming he's a bad guy, but he doesn't look worried in this particular circumstance, does he? Alan. Anyway, this is apparently a count. That's Count, C-O-U-N-T, living in the castle. He is either the leader or a high-ranking member of what could be the name of this cult, the Connections. You're not overly saturated with this character's presence during the trailer. It's a very quick appearance, but it's enough to get a quick impression. Like I said, he's obviously not worried, I can tell that much. Then we see a quick glimpse of additional enemies, including this big mother trucker who brings back memories of Resident Evil 5. On the subject of enemies, we are led to believe that there will be multiple variations within this particular iteration in the series. So a welcome far cry from 7, which had about 4 variations. Claims such as zombies in armor, pale human-like enemies that resemble ganados, dogs, wolves, and something that apparently resembles the Licker, as well as the aforementioned beastmen, will make their presence known in the game. And then the end of the trailer, men who were previously described as shadows, presumably kidnapping Ethan here. But here's my question. Who is this? Because this doesn't look like Chris to me. He has a different build, a less fussy coat, and I'm not sure if it's a light shining on his head or something, but I'd say that's gotta be different coloured hair. Could this be Chris's superior? A partner perhaps? I mean, this could be Chris, but I just don't see it here. And then we see a very weird scene involving drinking blood from Ethan's wrist. I can't even begin. As far as this particular sequence, that is Mia, right? That does look like Mia. It has to be Mia. It's got to be Mia. Because if it is, I can't understand how some bandages can manage to help keep her alive, as mentioned previously. This has me completely confused, but that's a good thing. If there's one word that represents this trailer for me, it's intrigue. I'm not sure what to believe right now, because rumours are saying one thing, this is showing me another, and I'm inclined to believe this more, of course. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Now, in closing, the trailer did what it meant to do. Give us a piece of the pie, but just enough to leave us wanting more. There are still some questions I look forward to being answered within the game itself, and I would hope Capcom doesn't do their usual shtick by showing us too much. But I want to know about this baby. Could it be the most important piece of the puzzle? Is this Ethan and Mia's baby? What about these claims that this new virus has hallucinogenic qualities? Is the baby hallucination? Is Chris hallucinating? Is this a clone of Chris? Where's the forest area? Where does this blue umbrella fit in? Did Epstein kill himself? Most of these questions will be answered sometime next year. I can tell you, for me, this is going in the right direction. It's another departure, but it's a good departure. There's evidence of horror, action, dark themes, and genuine story intrigue here, as well as item management, which was confirmed soon after the trailer dropped. And May days, if that doesn't remind me of RE4. And all of this is solely judging the announcement trailer too. I do worry about certain plot details from the past, as well as, shall I say, unwelcomed rumours which support these, making an occurrence, but if executed the right way, it may even encourage me to revisit some of my least favourite titles in the series. More Resident Evil Village details are due to arrive in August, as well as some very thorough analysis videos hitting YouTube right now. But until my next video guys, thank you very much for watching. My name's Grady, and I'll see you soon.